Pretty sweet packaging from Taxi Garage. Tape's sick. Here's our underglow. It's pretty sweet. Comes with some, looks like mounting tabs. Oh, rivets. Okay. Don't know if I'll be using those, but cool. And then, probably one of the best parts. Look at that. That's crazy. Solid. That's solid. It's like plastic. That's insane. So we're going to be seeing how this thing holds up. This thing feels like it's going to be insane. But that'll be sweet. What else do we get here? Looks like we got some Velcro for the, probably for the controller. Oh no, it's got tape on it. Maybe for the lights? I'm not sure. What else we get? Oh, we got some sweet stickers. Dang, that sticker's sick. Heck yeah. Looks like we got another text girl. Send it. That's probably the coolest. Hell yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna install this crap. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is remove this cover just to get it out of the way so I can see what I'm working with. Just a Phillips. Boom. Okay. This piece. Got two more at the top too. Slip this thing on through if you can. Take the wheel off before we get that plastic cover off, but now we are going to put the Phillips right there. Take our Milwaukee Impact, just a little stubby guy, 16 millimeter and 16 millimeter wrench. Just like so. Oh. we're gonna take these little guys out because you don't want to lose those. You don't want to lose anything. But now we're gonna get to work on tearing this piece apart. Okay, so now we're gonna take off this plastic cover that covers this sprocket. Just these 4 bolts. Just Phillips again. Just to get this out of our way. Working with. Okay, so these are extremely tight, so I think we're gonna have to use a gun on these. I'm just kind of worried because you do not want to strip Phillips, but we're gonna try a gun. So I'm gonna go get a drill gun and I'll be back. Now that we are back after that brief intermission. You're going to need a 10 millimeter to go onto this nut. Just shove 10 millimeter in there. You're going to need a drill probably just because this thing's on there so tight. Just start off slow. Here's one. Got this next one. Simple as that. Just pop that plastic off. Okay. Now I gotta take this piece off real quick. Same deal. Phillips. Razors sure does seem to like Phillips, don't they? Easiest thing to strip, and that's all they use. So be mindful of that when you're taking these things apart. Oh, careful, there's also a lock washer, lock ring, so don't lose that. Wouldn't want parts of your hub flying off, so. God dang. This one is on there tight. Looks like I'll be right back. Okay, these are actually 2-piece wheels, so all you gotta do is take a 5mm Allen wrench. They're stood in the back there, so you just come here. They're not that bad. T-handle does help, but just loosen these bad boys up. These also have lock rings. Keep that in mind. was the lock ring. Probably make sure we let out the air. Another important thing, make sure you let out the air. Just be sure it doesn't come flying out on you. That would not be good. It almost did on me. Probably gonna clean this thing while it's apart, but this is what's inside. You got a bearing, then you got your little spacer. This is the stock tire. As you can see, there's a tube. I mean, it's got some decent wear on it. Pretty good amount of wear for, I mean, look at that puncture. Almost went all the way through, probably from a rock, but as you can see, for only having about 3 hours drive time, it's got some pretty good wear. So definitely recommend probably swapping these tires out. I guess we'll see how it works here in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and I'll be back. Okay, so we got these all cleaned up now. I mean, you don't have to clean them. I just felt like cleaning them just because they were a little dirty. Okay, so take this. On the tire. Okay, you cannot forget to put this in the middle. You do not want to do that or else you're going to have an amazing time putting it back together. So, and taking it back apart. So just, let's not do that. Let's just do it right the first time. Okay, put this in here. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not going to lie. You don't really have to worry about it until the end. As long as it doesn't fall over, you'll be okay. Just put that in there. Put that in there. Make sure it's all in there. Okay. This is the Allen head. There we go. And we take our Allens. Now the fun part. Getting this thing back together. Okay. Got that in. Didn't think it was going to be that easy. Okay. And usually I do star pattern, but I feel like going each side would be the easiest way. So we're just going to give that a shot and we'll do that first try. Okay. Take our other one. Go to this side. Let's see if we can get this. Going to kind of tighten it up just to get this side down so it'll be easier to put together. last one. Put it through. It's not that bad. Thought it was going to be a little bit harder than that, honestly, but now we just tighten it all up. Don't forget to put the lock washers on the Allen screws before you put it all together. The goal is to only put this thing together once. Let's get this last one. Just make sure they're all tight. That's good. That's good. Okay. Also, when you take the chain off, or the sprocket, you do not have to take the guard off. You can just take the sprocket off. Just saves you some time. I took it off just so I could see what I was doing. It was my first time doing it, so I didn't really know, but now I know that you do not have to take the sprocket guard off, so just makes your life a little bit easier. Okay, put these bad boys on. So, just thread those in. Take this one. Boom. Goes together pretty quick. Keep on threading it up. Gonna want to use kind of a pointier Phillips head on these screws, just because they seem to be pretty easy to strip out. Okay, now if that's done, we will take our sprocket, and the nut side goes on the bottom. I mean, it's obvious, but just in case you didn't know. Take our nuts, put them under. Just gonna just gotta kind of work them in out under. They go quite easily. Unless they want to hit the button. We're just gonna do this. Down. Hand it on. There's one. One right here. Okay, and then we're going to take our 10 millimeter, put it under, take our drill with the Phillips head on it. We're just going to do it pretty slow because we don't want to strip these out. Okay, that's good. Slow. the wheel all assembled and she's ready to go back on. So I will show you how to reinstall this. Okay, finally got it all put back together. I didn't really film this wheel going back together just because of, I'm gonna be honest, how big of a pain it was. It took forever, like forever. But once I got it all together, I was extremely happy because it was over. But now we're gonna finish putting this thing all back together. Just take our Milwaukee impact. With our 16mm wrench, 60mm impact. Just let her eat. Okay, time to go rip her and see if there's a big difference or not. Sure hoping there is, because that was a lot of work, but hopefully I don't change that tire for another 6 months. That'd be really nice. Alright, switching. Okay, so there's the new front tire. You can't really see it. There's the new front tire. Looks pretty sweet. I did end up leaving the side cover off, this piece, just because it was going to be a pain in the butt to put back on. So decided to leave it off. I'll probably put it back on maybe at some point. I don't really know. Doesn't really serve a purpose besides hiding the chain, so it's not that important to me. So we're going to go rip this thing up. Catch you on the GoPro. So my end conclusion of the Taxi Garage tire upgrade for the Crazy Car XL is it's a good upgrade. I like it. Install is a pain in the butt. Well, taking apart, doing it, everything is smooth running until you get to putting the axle back in. That is where it is a pain in the butt. But once you get that done and you get to go drive it, you feel really good about getting it all done, getting it all fixed. But yeah, so the tire itself, it grips up way harder. It changes the feel of the cart. It's kind of like have to kind of learn how to re-drift it. Kind of have to learn how to use the e-brake again, just because you use it at different times now. At least in a tight area. I haven't got to drive it out in the open. In a tight area, it feels 10 times different because it just grips up. And before, it was just spinning, so I could just spin while I was drifting, and it wasn't really doing anything. But now it catches traction, so it actually shifts the way the cart is going. So I gotta keep that in mind. It's gonna take a little bit of practice, but I'll get the hang of it. This is gonna be the outro. I will see you guys later. Peace.